Hey, what's going on guys, my name is EndingGamertag and I'm back for your daily Grand Theft Auto 5 video. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys basically the best ways to make money in GTA 5 Online. By doing these methods you guys can make around $10 million per day in GTA Online. So before we get into the video, if you guys could leave a like down below to show your support, I'd appreciate that a ton. That's all I ask from you guys is a like down below. Again, I really would appreciate that. Also, if you're new around here and you'd like to be notified whenever I come out with more daily Grand Theft Auto 5 content like this in the future, then feel free to subscribe as well as turning on post notifications. With that being said, my name is EndingGamertag and let's get So as mentioned in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys basically the best ways and methods in GTA 5 Online in order to be making money very fast. Again, as I mentioned, by doing this and grinding these methods out, you could potentially be making around $10 million each and every single day in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. I know a lot of you guys do like those money glitches that I post on my channel, and then some of you guys of course are against it, and I understand that entirely. So you guys do want to make legit money in GTA 5 Online and be making around almost the same amount, and this video here alone will show you that with legit methods containing of zero money glitches, hacks, or mods or anything like that. Just all simple legit methods in GTA 5 Online. Keep in mind that these monies are going to be in smaller increments. Obviously if you do a GTA money glitch you could be making millions of dollars in 3 minutes, whereas this one, again, obviously it's going to take longer to get that money, but the money does add up and you will be making, of course, again, by grinding, almost $10 million a day in GTA 5 Online. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into these methods. So the first method is actually taking advantage of the double GTA money and RP playlist that Rockstar adds. Now you guys might not think that this is a lot of money, but I'll show you guys just how much money you can make from this in minutes. So basically what I'm talking about, as you guys know, usually Rockstar does this like every week or every other week in GTA Online, where they add double GTA money and RP to a certain game mode or playlist in GTA 5 Online. Typically like 9 out of 10 times it will be in adversary mode, and as you guys should know, the adversary modes do give extremely high payouts. So by doing this you guys could be making like $300,000 in about 10 to 20 minutes by doing this. So of course if you play the adversary mode regularly with the double GT money and RP, you could be making maybe $50,000 to $100,000 in like 3 to 4 minutes. But if you and the player that you're playing with actually sit there for like 12 minutes and then finish the adversary mode, you will actually be rewarded with over $200,000. It can be anywhere from I think $230,000 up to $340,000 by just taking your time, waiting for the clock to run out, and then going ahead and doing the adversary mode. So again, just look what adversary mode or game mode has the double money and RP, and then as soon as you start, just you and your friend that you're playing with, just sit there for 12 minutes at least, and then go ahead and do the adversary mode, complete it, and again, you can be making anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 by doing this simple method. So that's how you guys can do this. Of course, you can do it over and over again, making you like $1.6 million in an hour or something along those lines. So go ahead and do that if you guys would like. So the next one we're going to be talking about is the import and export vehicles. Of course, this is like a DLC that was added to GTA 5 Online a few months back, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and the money you can make from this is actually quite insane. You can be making tons of money from this. So the missions from this DLC are actually really fun and enjoyable and quite self-explanatory. You're going to be importing and exporting like high-end vehicles like supercars and things like that. So let's say if you don't have a supercar, you import and export it. Obviously you're driving that supercar around, and then basically just go ahead and sell it, and you could be making a ton of money from this. Like I think the most amount of money you could be making from this at peak is like $300,000. I know a lot of my friends that didn't have enough money for the most recent DLC actually did these import and export vehicle missions for like a day straight and were able to purchase almost everything with the most recent DLC. And again, these missions are really enjoyable to do, so it's not like it gets repetitive or tedious or boring like the previous method. It can really get annoying and just kind of boring after you do it over and over again, whereas this one, you're driving new cars around, new supercars and things like that, and again, it is really fun to do, so it should not get boring whatsoever. And this is like one of these methods that you guys should be able to play for like hours straight, and then of course make a ton of money from doing this. So again, that is import and export vehicle missions. These are really fun to do. I'd recommend giving it a shot. Now the next method is another really fun one to do. This one kind of gets repetitive at the end of it, like if you're doing it for a really long time, and this is doing the bunker missions. Now as you guys know, the bunkers are really expensive on GTA 5 Online. The least expensive one is like 1.1 million, I believe, and then from there you can go ahead and start doing the missions. Now I would recommend, if you don't have enough money to do the bunker missions or even get a bunker to begin with, then go ahead and do the previous method that I just talked about, the import and export vehicles, because those can get you well over enough money to purchase a bunker in no time. And then once you get a bunker, you want to run over to the laptop inside of it, and you want to go ahead and set the workers to like stock or supply or whatever. You don't want to have them doing research, because that's not going to help you or advance you into making money. So it's not really anything progressive right there. You just basically want them to be supplying and working on the stock 100% of the time. And basically by doing this, you guys can be making a ton of money. So essentially what you do, obviously you have them working on the supplies and the stocks, and you basically go out and get like black market items, drive them back to the bunker, and they of course work on it. Therefore, you guys can go ahead and sell it. So you're basically flipping these items, and once your bunker is entirely full and you go ahead and sell it, I personally myself made $1.2 million by doing this. Again, these can get really repetitive if you do it for a really long amount of time. I myself filled up a whole bunker in like 2 to 3 hours, so after doing that, I didn't feel like doing it over and over again. So of course I made my $1.2 million in like 2.5 hours. If you guys want and really are this desperate for money, you can do it over and over again. You can do it over and over again. Obviously in a day you can be making $4 million just simply by doing this method right here. So again, this is the bunker method. So this final method is one that a lot of people don't really think about in GTA 5 Online. This is essentially just flipping the items that you have, like the vehicles and the apartments. Now flipping is basically when you buy something for cheap, you fix up and then sell it for more. And although you're not really fixing anything up or selling it for more, but there's a lot of money that you guys actually have right now, believe it or not, in GTA 5 Online. Let's say you own a few apartments or you own a lot of high-end vehicles. To be 100% honest, most of us don't even drive like 90% of the vehicles that we own. We really just stick to 1 or 2 vehicles. So sell the other vehicles that you have. As much as you don't want to, if you don't drive them, there's really no point in keeping them. And obviously this sounds like common sense, which it should be, but I know myself, I have a bunch of vehicles that I don't even drive, I don't even need. I bought them once because I thought they looked cool, maybe drove them around twice, and haven't driven them in months. And there's no reason why I'm keeping them, and there should be no reason why you guys should keep them as well. So take those vehicles and sell them. As much as you don't want to, it'll help you out a ton. If you don't have enough money for a bunker or whatever, this is definitely a great way to be doing this. Sell the vehicles that you do not need, then go ahead and buy a bunker. Same goes for the apartments. I own like 5 penthouse apartments that are extremely expensive, like $1 million each. And the only reason I really bought them is because of course they look nice and they had a 10-car garage with them. But I don't even go inside of most of my penthouses. I go inside of one. It's the only one I use. It's just simply one. So if I ever needed money, I would go ahead and buy the 10-car garages in GTA 5 Online. The way to do this is go to Dynasty 8 Real Estate, look at the 10-car garages. These are like maybe $200,000. So what you can do is you can purchase them and then trade them out for your expensive penthouse that you don't use. By doing this, it'll give you guys $900,000 back, because obviously there'd be no point in you spending $200,000 to lose a $1 million apartment. So let's say you bought a penthouse that you really don't need, and the only reason you bought it is because it has a nice 10-car garage. Well, what you can do is go ahead and purchase a 10-car garage alone on Dynasty 8 Real Estate for like $200,000, and then trade it out for the penthouse that you don't even use. So keep all your vehicles and things like that, and then you'll get like $800,000 to $900,000 back just by doing this. Of course, from here, after selling a few vehicles and maybe trading an apartment for a garage, you guys can make well over enough money to have like a bunker and purchase other things that will help you make money in the long run. So let's say you trade out your penthouse that you really wanted and used for a 10-car garage. Well, you got $1 million right there. That's enough to buy a bunker and then start those missions. After a couple hours, you would have made $1.2 million back. You can do that again, make another $1.2 million, and then from there, of course, you can buy the penthouse back and still have $1 million in your bank. So that's how we're doing this. If you're smart about it, you could easily be like multiplying your money by 10 just by quote unquote flipping the items that you have. So this, in my opinion, is a really great method that nobody really uses besides me and some of the friends that I tell to do this with. So I would really recommend doing this if you guys are low on money or just want like an extra few $1 million in your bank. So that's going to be it for this video. Just some of the methods that I use and methods that I recommend you guys use as well. Hopefully you did enjoy it or found it helpful. If you did, let me know by leaving a like down below. Also, if you're new around here and you'd like to be notified whenever I come out with more daily Grand Theft Auto 5 content on my channel, then feel free to subscribe as well as turning on post notifications. Nonetheless, my name is EndingGamertag. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it a ton, and I'll see you later. Adios.
I've been mixing, I've been sipping since I've been 20 on that lean, baby girl. I've been popping and I've been rolling since I was 17. I've been geeking on that water. I want you, nah, nah. I'm not trying to tomorrow, baby. I want you, nah, nah. Don't take my number, don't want your number. I'll call you back if that head right, baby. I won't love you, and I can't love you unless that got some superpowers. I want you, nah, nah. I'm not trying to tomorrow, baby. I want you, nah, nah.